Alrighty, hello folks, and welcome to a sort of first impressions kind of thing here. So I noticed Pit 2 was on sale during the Steam sale. Basically going to be on sale for another day. That's why I'm getting this one out relatively quickish. Basically, was just kind of like realistically looking at it. It was one of these cases where, like, from an optimization side of things and whatever else, I'd heard and basically I've seen that it seemed to be roughly Pit 1 but in rougher shape. So either way. Obviously, it's still in early access. It's still going through all of that kind of stuff right now. And basically, ever since Pit, and I believe Pit Infinity was the one that was the name they finally ended up sticking with. It was like Pit of Doom, then it was some other thing, then it was I think it was Pit Infinity finally. But basically, they did the FPS version of SOTS the Pit. And that one just like ran like absolute ass on anything that I could get it on. Even the Steam Deck, funnily enough, like recently had gone through and tried to give it another look, figuring it'll finally be like there was one patch years ago when it ran super smooth, and even with all the settings turned down, it just refused to work right. Anyway, so I have no idea what the hell to expect going into this one right now, but let's go ahead and give it a bit of a look, see how it compares to the original, because I freaking love the original. That being said, they're missing my favorite character right from the get-go, so that's a bit of a bummer. Also gotta say, the art style in general, I know why they went for it in this particular case, because, you know, obviously they want everything to stick out in particular ways, and everyone's sticking on tiles and whatever, but, like, the tiny legs are always funny looking. But yeah, my favorite character from the original was always the Hiver there. I don't care that he's objectively the worst. Dude was my favorite. So let's see, overall stuff-wise, how's stuff differently here? Like, I'm assuming systems-wise it's going to be fairly similar. Skills-wise, all the skills seem to be the same. Anyway, let's see. We got Gunny right from the get-go. That's different. He's still the ammo dump guy. I'm assuming he'll probably go back to being hidden character status whenever it finally happens. Let's see, normal difficulty? No. If we're getting the real impression, we're going to do hard difficulty. Medic right from the get-go. She was DLC the last couple times. Sure. Let's see. I don't know what skills are actually going to be good this time around. But they do come with the belt. I might go with them just for the belt. So basically, the way that SOTS the Pit worked is basically think of any roguelike where you're basically just going down a big hole, but then imagine it's also got a little bit of, you got like some Resident Evil in there, some System Shock in there, but basically you're just trying to MacGyver your way down this whole situation, so most of your starting equipment here realistically won't last you terribly long. Usually you'll break your melee weapon before you end up finding another one. Usually your armor will get torn to shreds. If your guns make it, maybe. But basically, this stuff is meant to last you the first few floors, and then you just kind of go from there. Some things don't break. Like, I want to see right here, the utility belt has durability this time? Are you kidding me? Okay, I guess. Okay, in that case, I care a lot less about this one, although I know I'm spending way too much time at the very start here. Probably just going to go for second favorites, go with Scout. They're basically the one with the most points to spend. Let's go ahead and do this kind of thing. Given that it's early access and it's not exactly the most popular thing in the world, I'm just going to assume it probably doesn't have deck controls yet. So we're just going to do mouse and keyboard for this today. Alright, let's see. So how are our meters looking? How's everything else looking? So all the UI elements look just like Pit Infinity there. Do like the light, the way that they have the light instead of the vision cone. This actually makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Shift. Okay. Hang on. What's it going to be for looking? Last time it was shift to look, or I guess. Okay, that's what it is. You hold shift and then you look with the mouse. So if there's no mouse movement, interesting. You actually move relative to your thing there. All right. Anyway, so okay. Okay. I don't want to attack that thing. How do I? Okay, it's not spacebar to interact. What is this? Okay, so there's a new entry for. Presumably, we saw some worm guys up there or something. Okay, maybe it's how are we interacting with this here? Okay, where are my controls? Apparently the controls are totally different from last time. Let's see, interactions, left or right click, prop will bring you to it. Okay, that's what I was trying to do, but it was knifing instead. Let's see, burst fire, some weapons have limited range. Okay, neat. Q and E, rotate. Okie dokie. Gotcha. Probably should have taken a look at that first, but hey. Alright, now, is this... What does this count as? Does this count as... This looks like the refuse piles from last time. That's why I'm looking around, kind of attempting to figure out what's going on there. So it's Q and E. You can still do that whole kind of thing, if you want to use the old tank controls and stuff. Mouse look just feels more comfortable, I'd say. Okay, those just look like windows. Okay, and it looks like... I mean, I'm clicking on it. I'm assuming that's not anything. How do I... Can I, like, rotate the camera properly? Or is it just... Okay. I guess not. Okay. Knife the guy, get the knife skills up. Okay. Now, is it G to get stuff, or how do you loot? Probably should have looked that up, too. Alright. Pick up near items, G key. Okay, so... He just didn't drop anything. Okay, so presumably less loot heavy than last time. Alright. Interesting that you're getting these guys right from the get-go. These are basically little thief guys. Okay, so usually before when you'd interact, it would, or like when you picked up items, it would be like this, just in an area all around you. Okay, probably can safely take this off. Oh, they actually bothered to update that part this time. Are your quick keys bound by default? Okay, and they actually draw stuff. That's... You know what? I appreciate that little detail. Okay. But yeah, a lot of the kind of appeal of this game the first time around was just due to how many like interesting weird scenarios you could run into. It's like these guys right there are going to be your acid blobs. If you hit them with your knife, they just melt your knife. I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I'm assuming there's going to be some UI element to say if there's anything to pick up. Yeah, like right there. Okay. Yeah, these drops feel way more stingy than last time. Can I interact with this? No. Also, where's my turn counter? Okay. First of all, done. Second of all, okay, so... The knife damage was from this guy. Basically, what I was trying to see is if there's some other alternative interaction methods, and also if you're just swinging to nowhere, if you're going to be able to get some of your skills up. But let's see. There's a rock rat somewhere around. I feel like there should be a mode to just like look around by default, like you hold right click or something. I mean, at least the movement is smoother. I'll give it that much. Even considering that it was tile-based last time, it really had a tendency to slow down sometimes. Okay, spacebar to skip turn. Alright, we got another bat. And they give you the little notification when they've gone and seen you. That was a bit of a thing last time, that it was usually sound-based. Also, these guys don't seem to immediately run away, so that's a plus, although in this case... gun it is. Alright. And it seems like it picks up everything from 2 tiles away, maybe. Always appreciate an actual reload animation. Okay. So there's a surprisingly brood mothers immediately, although I guess, you know, hard mode and all that. Okay, so how's health actually doing at this point? Where is health? Is this actually health? Here, let's see. C. That's for skills. P. Z. X. What the hell was it for character skills? Because that's just stats. Let's see, handcrafting. Okay, so handcrafting is actually a thing. That's neat. So what's this? Bindings. Okay, so bindings are just like a box this time instead of random string you pick up. What's this? Organic matter. Okay, I think some of these might be... Maybe they're just meant to be colorful boxes to identify easier. Interestingly enough, you can actually make fat strips. This time I don't think you could last time around. Basically, you cook fat strips into a paste that you put on yourself to deal with acid. Alrighty. Yeah, missing a few things UI-wise. Like, I don't know, a lot of the UI feels a little unfinished so far, but obviously it is early access, so it'll do that. What's this? Raw meat, poison glands. That looks like a one of them yellow zucchinis.
Ice.
Oh, okay. So we're doing that thing again, where some stuff has voice acting, some doesn't.
Mutant rat.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. So that's probably the stuff the devs got. The stuff the devs put in there. All right, elevator to go down. That's good. I'm assuming blue bar is food. No, it can't be food. I guess it's psi then? Weird. I wonder if that little icon next to them says if they're running away or what. Because a lot of them will have... Like, Sots the Pit was basically one of those ones where there were a lot of little hidden details that realistically you probably didn't pick up on for quite a while. Like, hey, you know, there was a bit of a beep boop, and, you know, they went around patrolling some certain way. I'm thinking we just shoot that. Alright. Can't quite get a looky in there, but also not 100% positive that the knife's going to necessarily handle that. Okay, so this is new to this one, where you got some new perks and things. As in, you have perks this time around. See, +5 to any biotech-based crafting. See, and you're gonna have this on here, and you're not gonna have the Hyber in here. What is that? For those that didn't know, basically the Hyber is like this idiotic bug guy that was in the original, and their whole thing was just like they came in with a fancy magnum with a knife taped to it, and like the best armor in the game, basically a bunch of inbuilt armor, so they could take off their armor and still have extra armor on top of that. And then they basically starved to death because despite having all this armor and everything, they could barely cook anything. They pretty much burned through double the food of anybody else, and yeah, their ability to regenerate whatsoever was absolute trash. In general, they were just kind of considered the worst class. Let's see, +5 to any biotech-based crafting. Food is life, and it is said by the people who have never spent any time in the pit. Now you can make more rewarding food more easy, or make more rewarding food easier. There we go. Actually, that character in particular was one that came with a bit of a joke, because he came with some worms, and his best food item that gave him a particularly good food bonus was a bug boy, which was basically taking like a muffin and shoving some worms in it. But its actual skill check to make was really high. So despite being his best food and starting off with half the materials and the other materials being fairly common, it was really unlikely to ever succeed being made. Anyway. Alright, let's see. +20% to all kills, or all kill XP. Neat. And then items reduce one more level of condition than normal. I mean, it honestly just seems like extra XP would be the most useful at this point, but I don't know as of yet, because you're usually killing a lot of stuff, and it doesn't feel like you get a lot of material so far. Anyway. So we'll just knife through here. It's... Okay, just take all, I guess. So picking up items still doesn't cost you a turn, that's good. Because, yeah, a lot of the kind of strategy in this game came from how much you can potentially pull out of one turn when stuff gets super desperate. So picking up items is still free. Also, it's still kind of throwing me off a little bit, because, like, this lady's sprite looks almost identical to the Marine. And I keep thinking I'm playing as that dude, and I'm thinking, like, where's the rifle? So looking down at the quick bar, like, I got pistol, I got knife, no, we're doing scout.
Poison level 1.
Oh, we're doing one of those things. Okay, just shoot it. Because we're already starting to run pretty low here.
Warning, health is at 25%.
Alright, let's just do, medkit, get health back. Apparently you don't... I actually forgot to check if you healed up upon level up again, because that's how the original one worked. So a lot of times you would just kind of keep yourself from leveling up on purpose so that you could run into a harder room and just, you know, basically use your free level up for cheese. They actually tell you how many turns something will take. That's handy. Okay, reload our pistol real quick. Yeah, I kind of hope they change your visuals back to back to last time. I think they were going for more of like an Aliens kind of look this time around, which is all well and good. She just looks really similar to the Marine in this case. Okay, that's just activating that. What about this one? Can I activate this one? No? Yes? No? Okay, apparently it's just the one that's the locker.
You are clear of poison.
Alright, poison went away. Let's see, next room's over here. This looks like the floor is clear except for one room over here then. And this is basically how this game goes. You're searching around this whole facility. It's way darker this time around. I forgot to level up here, actually. Let's do might, because that makes that just kind of improves your whole physical situation in general. Let's see. And by the way, if you're wondering why there's blade and there's knife, basically just knife is going to be anything remotely knife-like. Blades are like swords and things. Basically, if you used a skill before, you also get to upgrade that skill for free. So we'll take our biotech, we'll take our medical. Let's see. Pistol is already pretty high, but we'll go ahead and take that. Take some mechanical, take some lockpick. This is typically why I liked using this character more than the others. Just she gets way more skill points than everybody else. Oh, lovely. That's exactly what I wanted to see today. Oh, there's actually way more to this floor. Okay, never mind. How do I make the... There we go. Make the stats go away. Like, I keep tapping X, expecting it to be the way there was last time. X used to be the turn skip, and now it's spacebar. Spacebar used to be interact.
Health is at 50%.
Right. Okay. Fine. Health is looking pretty low. That's the kind of downside of this character, that their overall health is kind of crap. And that guy's only one of the radiation ones, so we'll just use the gun on that one.
5%.
Yes, yes. Health is low. Please hit that thing.
Health is at 10%.
Let's see. Do we have poison right now? Yeah, poison cleared. Okay, we can just use this. Goody. Fantastic. Okay, I haven't noticed any traps, but that being said, I'm also not sure that there would be traps so far. Like, we are still on floor 1 after all. Like, there's no way that... What is that? Sorry, I thought I heard a noise coming from my phone, but that turned out to be something entirely different. Okay, so yeah, overall it seems to be largely the same as the previous one, with some quality of life stuff. Visuals are a bit harder to see, though I will say that's completely not a fair comparison. I did turn down a lot of the shaders and things. By default, it definitely looks a lot better. Optimization's not quite there yet. So, it was playing pretty rough on my end. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan over how the controls were changed. I'm sure there's a reason for it, and I'm sure going forward we'll discover it, but I'm just kind of used to the original controls. The kind of like shift to swivel around. The logic there seems to be that, you're still shifting to swivel around, you're just doing it kind of differently, as it were. Some of these things feel like something that you should be able to interact with, but again, that's just assumptions on my part. It's not really fair to judge based off personal assumptions. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and do ammo crate. It is weird that you can stand on top of the props now. It was kind of one of those dealies that was occasionally kind of strategic. Other times it screwed you over in the original. So like you'd run into a room like this, right? And so you're basically stuck here, and if stuff starts funneling in, you can more or less block off this tile right here. They can't travel sideways, so now all of a sudden you have a one-tile kill point, but if enough stuff ends up getting in here, you don't really have an escape route. So kind of setting up these little escape situations was a pretty big part of it. Alright, let's see. Knife, mechanical, get our freebies first of all. She's one of the few that can actually afford to do more than that, so... We'll do that as we'll get to there. Considering that we're actually pretty low into this, I'm just going to go ahead and take Decipher. Even like, Decipher's one of those kind of dump stat abilities in the original, because basically it was there for unlocking crafting recipes.
Levels at 50%.
What's that? Oh, hunger. Okay. What happens if I put away my knife? How does the melee look? Well, I mean, I guess they have different melees, so there's that. Get our knife out. And take the elevator down. Alright. Pretty good. That elevator seems like a bit of a death trap. Not gonna lie. Kind of looked like it decapitated them right there, but oh well. But yeah, if by any chance, if somebody happens to be looking at this and they happen to run into that same situation with like Pit Infinity not running and they found some way to get it to run right, could you let me know? Because I was really looking forward to that one. I know the few times that I got it running semi-decently, like it seemed like a really fun game, but it just... I couldn't even play it when I went and tried it again. Because it's more or less like, imagine some like RE7 type of situation, except it's a roguelike. Like, it's pretty darn fun, you know? So what is this? Is this a landmine? Can I punch the landmine? Okay, no, but for real, what is that? I can't interact with it. If you're wondering what's going on with the turns, by the way, basically you move, and depending on your character, you've got a certain turn speed, though I'm looking around, I'm not... Okay, 1 moves remain on the bottom. Here, that's where it is. Before it used to be up here on your profile picture. I don't know why it's... Like, it's kind of important information. I'm a little bit surprised it's down there, because you do things like combine a coffee and an energy drink and, you know, like a bio enhancement or something. And then from there... Oh, guess I can't activate that. And then from there you'd suddenly have like 5 actions in 1 turn. But, anywho... Alright. Wait, did he drop something? No, he didn't. Let's see, health is good, hunger not so good. You are a security robot.
You are clear of poison.
Yeah, clear of poison, you have gained bullets. Yeah, security stuff, like, usually you would wait until... Let's see, 56% chance. Okay. Interestingly enough, your odds go down every time you try it. Alright, whatever. We'll use our lockpick set. Guarantee that chance. This is another one of those abilities. How are you in here surviving with the door locked is anyone's guess. Oh, shoot. I mean, so far I'm liking this. Alright, are you gonna run? All well and good. I'm not gonna bother catching up to you later. Okay, it does give you a proper ammo count, and interestingly, you got single shot available on the pistol. Okay, good. It's actually a feature I wanted to see in the original. Probably should have enabled that sooner, but hey, it is what it is. And I'm still here hitting spacebar to waste turns trying to activate this thing. Alright, picked up some pistol ammo. Can I interact with either of you? No. Alright.
Warning, poison level 1.
Now, I wonder if this time around it's gonna maybe convey a few things better. Like, for example, when enemy units get into wounded status, they'll slow down and stuff like that. I didn't see any, you know, particular indicator or anything like that. So I don't know if that's still a thing here. Where am I getting shot from? Feels like right over there. So we're gonna go ahead and burn our turn. Yep, there it is. Take 1 step forward.
Warning, health is at 50%.
Okay, do you... Ooh, there's different ammo types as well. We got AP and explosive ammo. Interesting. Okay. Alright, that's interesting, because you used to just use explosive ammo on your, on certain pistols and things. Alright. Did we get hit by anything virus-wise or anything-wise? I don't think so. Pretty close to leveling up, seeing if we can maybe survive. Double check on that instant level up stuff. Let's see. Got that over there. Nothing known over there. The radar is a bit more useful this time around because it gives you proper indicators on where stuff is. Before you used to have to activate the little like radar pylon thing if you started as engineer or if you found one. Alright, serum. We'll see if that does anything. Medical room. Go for it. Yeah, so far I'm liking this. Like, if you...
Blood glucose levels at 25%.
Blood glucose levels. That's adorable. Alright, so, not instantly a horrific situation. What are you? Maintenance robot. We can probably take that reasonably enough.
25%.
Alright, health is basically non-existent, but getting eaten by a snake right now. We got a dealie over here. What do you got?
Disease level decreased.
Got another med kit. Alright, you know what? Might as well just pop the med kit.
Level decreased.
So if we try to use this this thing, if we try to fix it up, I don't think we even can fix it up in this state. Looks like it's possibly too destroyed. Like, basically you had the option to occasionally fix up medical machines, and then they would self-destruct if you did it wrong. Alright. So we continue going this way. Right. Actually, just switch it over to single fire. Just kill it before it spawns like a million rats like last time. See, I've heard this compared with Diablo before, but it's less of a kind of looting to upgrade your character and more of a looting to hopefully find more parts to survive kind of a situation with this game. Like, to me, it always felt like you were more so trying to maintain what you started with, more so than trying to necessarily get stronger as you went on. Like, it became more and more difficult to open things, pass skill checks, survive stuff as you went on. And most of the time you didn't, like, immediately die. Oh, condition hungry. Okay, fine. Fine, I guess we'll pay attention to that. What do we got? We got some modules, we got some glands, we got some cooked meat. Do we got any bread to make some sandwiches? So we got medkits out the wazoo, so we're not bothering to put on the flak jacket just yet. Oh, we got rations. Okay. That'll do. But basically you're maintaining meters and, well, maintaining a lot of resources at once. See, +2 damage when using a pistol. I mean, that's... Wait, what? +15 penetration all attacks? That seems broken. Because, like, this is basically just a weapon upgrade you would get before, and that upgraded it by 5. Okay. This seems like a no-brainer. Would you like to do +15 or +2? Neat. I wonder if you can lose these. Let's see. Alright. So far, so decent. I mean, this is playing similarly enough. Again, main kind of downside as far as I see it is not having the frickin' hiver. How do I not have my Bugman, you know? It's totally unacceptable. Basically unplayable. Alright. And if you were wondering, by the way, on any random, you know, plate like Tactics Ogre things or whatever else, why I randomly had a guy named Rapari on there, it's because he was the Bugman from this guy. It's like dude with an obsession with cheese. As far as I recall, they didn't actually get any hunger bonus from cheese. They just always talked about cheese. Not sure how that works. Anyway, that's concerning. It said light security bot was added. Yep, there you are. Okay, 2 moves remain. Alright. Now, we're basically in the setup phase at this point. Normally, runs of this game have a tendency to last a decently long time. Obviously, it'll definitely depend. Right, repair station. We're going to attempt to repair this just to maybe get a chance to, There we go. Wait, karma? What the hell's karma? Okay. I mean, I always thought that it had some kind of system like that, but, good to know that it's officially a mechanic. I remember there being a decent bit of jokes that the first one just kind of knew when you were having a good run and how to screw you over.
Warning, disease level 1.
Alright. So that's where disease is popping up then. Only reason I'm over here is because I'm seeing this right here, which looks like it's just an empty pillar. Does this tell you anything more? No. So yeah, way down's going to be over here. Would like to... Here, let's see. Full screen map. Oh, that's neat. Okay, alright. Wonder how you... Ooh. Okay, I like that. You can go up and down between... or can you? No. Okay. We're going to enlarge the minimap. I thought for a second there you could go between floors, and it really would be nice to be able to go between different floors. Like, technically speaking, it's one of those things where, yeah, you're supposed to only be progressing forward. But especially, like, in the original, I remember there were a lot of cases where, you know, you'd be going forward and then realize you got yourself, like, screwed over in some way. And so you're like, okay, I remember there being a repair station a couple floors up, and you realize, you know, you can craft yourself a bunch of laser weapons and stuff. So you end up retreating back through several floors in order to get to that. Or in the case of, if anybody watched the level 100 run a while ago, like frickin' like 6 years ago. Actually, I think it was like 7 years at this point. It was absolutely ages, like close to the functional beginning of the channel, give or take. It was like one of the first series I did. I didn't mean to have it. Oh, it's out of ammo. Welp, I guess we're punching it. Anyway, so there were cases where just retreating became the kind of best way to go. Alright, armory. Yeah, we're gonna want this. Basically, armory is where you go in where you're expecting to get shot immediately upon opening the door. What do we got? Stun grenades and frag grenades. Alright. And I'm gonna keep wasting turns on total accident. Okay, we don't immediately see anything. That's... technically... What is it? What's... It says there's something over there, but I can't see what it... target? Okay. Okay, I'm not really sure what you'd do that for exactly, but, alright. Really wish that was spacebar. Sorry, stop wasting dang turns. Light weapon locker, 61% mechanical, don't have a crowbar, bit of a shame. Substandard blade. Okay, it's just a machete. Although we kind of suck with this thing, so that's actually the other question. Does it update stats, like weapon stats based off your stuff? I don't think it does. What do we got here? Energy cells look more like these magazine kind of things this time. They don't look like camera batteries. Oh, I totally forgot to use the purifier, actually. Might be able to make some stuff out of that. Alright, how many... Oh, that's kind of neat. Getting some better computer skill immediately. Maybe it doesn't check anymore. Okay, you don't have to pick them up off the floor. That's good. Apparently, you just get them added to your inventory. Back in the original, you'd get them added to the floor, and then you'd craft a bunch of stuff, forget that it's there, and then yeah, then you forget. I'm gonna give this guy one quick shot, so we can finish him off with a knife. There we go. Do a little bit of ammo savings. I can't imagine that this version will be that terribly difficult, considering, like, I mean, early access and all that. This feels pretty reasonably forgiving, though that being said, I just heard a grunt somewhere. You know, given that they're just running a basic flak jacket, I wonder if it makes sense just to keep it on. This is usually around the point when you probably want to keep the thing on. Okay.
Warning, poison level 1.
I got poisoned, not ideal.
System clear of poison.
Right, so that must be an explosive barrel. Bit of a test. Okay, not an explosive barrel. Right, found a rat. Found his insides. Waste a turn so that we can block this guy off a little bit. Like, it's funny, this is one of those games that's very kind of chill to play through, but it feels very like you gotta explain what's going on whenever you're actually playing through it. Like, I would definitely say that I'm not surprised that there's not a whole lot of folks streaming this kind of stuff. Just because it's like, okay, you know, we gotta explain why exactly we're holding off a doorway in this one particular way. Okay. Poison's continuing not to matter very much. It's just very basic poison, not really a huge issue. Okay. You get many bullet. Hop, hop. Okay, maybe you get one bullet. Alright. Mechanical chuck. What do we get? Food pellets? Honestly, probably might as well just pop them right now. Health is ridiculously low right now. Like, should we be letting everything stay this low? Probably not. We're kind of within one-shot kill territory right now. Probably should do something about that. Okay. Fine. Since the poison doesn't want to go away.
Level decreased. Blood glucose levels at 50%.
Okay. Now then. And that door can just open. I don't know if all doors open once you've opened the first one this time around.
You are clear of poison.
Usually you would go back and lockpick the second door a second time just for the experience. But then again, I could have missed that. It might have just been open from the get-go. Alright, light weapon locker. Is that a mechanical check? Oh wait, no, we already did that one. Darn. So far, one minor downside is that I'm not hearing a whole lot in the way of music. It's a very quiet experience. Then again, you know, it also might just be because it's the early floors. Let's go ahead and double check that real quick. Where is music? Just crank that music up all the way if you could. And I'm very curious to see if it's going to be just like the first one, or at least Pit Infinity, where it sounds extremely quiet on my end, and then I look back at the recording later and it's just, like, impossible to hear anything. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, something's around. You still got the same thing where you'll basically jitter if there's something nearby. Like that thing. Burst fire on you. And he's not going to get close enough, or she's not going to get close enough to take out with a knife, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, F is still the close range knife attack, at least there's that. Let me interact. Okay, door must be up here then, or there's no door. Okay, seems like there's no door. Alright. We don't know which one of these is up or down, so I'm feeling it's probably this one. Again, I feel like in Pit Infinity they already sorted that problem out, where they basically had a little indicator to say which one was up, which one was down. I know it's a minor thing. I'm being kind of nitpicky here right now. It's kind of... that's one of those things. It's very easy to be nitpicky when you're recognizing a bunch of stuff that is different. Like, it's clear a lot of thought went into trying to make this a bit more of a smooth experience. Alright, there we go. Now, these are more like the floors I'm used to. Perfect. We're getting more into the facility proper.
Warning. Radiation levels at 25%.
Yeah, I'm hungry, whatever.
Warning. Poison level 1.
Alright, collect all of our crap. Can we actually craft anything at this point? Anti-venom, let's see, 100%, 107% chance, yes. Raw meat, out of lots of organic matter, that's not concerning whatsoever. However, I wonder... Oh, you actually can start with the duct tape armor right from the get-go. That's kind of neat. Yeah, you basically can fashion some armor out of 2 chunks of bone slivers and 3 rolls of duct tape. Let's see, fat strips, just so we don't get acided, I guess, if we can make 2 of them. Food we seem to be alright on so far. Anti-venom just to make it. Probably just a raw meat just to see what we can do with it. And then, if we go ahead and use our purifier... Star bacon. Neat. Safe meat. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just make some safe meat there. Star bacon. Sure thing. Although, I meant to keep both of those so that I could make some anti-acid, but, whatever. We don't have the recipe as of yet.
You are no longer irradiated.
Come to think of it, you don't have the option to custom make your stuff, so you actually do need to unlock stuff this time. I'm actually kind of okay with that. So here's the thing. Back in the original, there was this thing where you would regularly just completely avoid, for example, ever using deciphering, maybe get minimal use out of computers, because you would simply just go on the wiki and look up the crafting recipes. And I know to some it's basically a, why should that information be hidden from you, but it's kind of like your progression through the whole thing. You only start off with super basic stuff. Like, realistically, are you going to know how to make a, fancy custom fondue that somebody put together, just based entirely off of, just intuition and all that? Okay, it's bugging me slightly that it still makes the burst sound effect when you're firing it single fire.
You are no longer...
Not a huge deal, but it's weird nitpick. Again, I'm just being super nitpicky right now. Especially for the price. This is actually pretty great for the price. Hell, there's no way. Nice. Does Vibro Knife still require batteries? Yes. Yes, it does, but we are going to replace the stun grenade with it, because stun grenades are going to be kind of not something we're going to bother too much with right now. Let's see, pistol ammo. It actually gives you a little flash whenever you properly, get something new, so that's nice. Out of curiosity, how good is this thing? Slightly better. Basically just better penetration knife. Okay. Just like it used to be. Alright. Okay. Apparently that is a fire trap. Good to know. So those are definitely traps. And this is a terrible hallway to be in, but that does mean that they have properly done ambushes again. Yeah, this was the other thing that you would see a lot of back in the original, that you would regularly get ambushed and stuff like that. These sudden, the individual enemies are really, typically something that you can 1v1 no problem. But then, oh shoot. Oops. Anyway. So what the hell is karma? I mean, all well and good. Forgot how hard those things hit. Okay, so you get points based off how many items you've gotten, how many enemies you've gotten. What in the hell is karma, though? Okay, let's read into that a little bit. Let's see, tutorial, what be karma? How different is the tutorial going to be? I mean, overall, yeah. I'd say if you like the original, definitely give it a look. Okie dokie. I don't know where we're supposed to be hauling to exactly. Yeah, shift to look around. Probably should have done the tutorial first. Admittedly, that's just old-timer stubbornness. Then you got your dance. Okay, alts. I am holding alt. Different alt? Oh, alt and middle, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that's neat. Definitely should have taken a look at the tutorial first. N is navigation.
Well,
Yeah, the middle mouse and moving around, not sure I'm super glad about how that's handled, but oh well. Anyway, it feels a little awkward. Anyway, somehow bypassing a retina lock with their machete. As you do. 183% lock chance, why not? Go to the cooker, go to raw meat, cook, all that kind of stuff.
Alright, Ape. It's time to make a good old-fashioned sausage.
This guy sounds a little drunk. Kind of feels like that's the point. Alright, make a sauce switch.
Look over on the left side of your HUD. The blue display tells you how hungry you are.
Okay. Hang on, open the context menu, click use it. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll eat the sandwich.
Good eating, Ape. Let's try a little combat training. We've got some knives. Show me your best melee attack. That's one. Put on your war face and lay some fire on those dummies over there. That's two. You can take 3 shots all at once. You can put all shots into the same target or pick different targets. Careful though, that burns ammo quick.
Yeah, what he's talking about is this. Where either you can control to, you know, go to several different shots, or does it not have enough ammo or something? Trying to tell it to... Okay, are you gonna let me do the thing? Are you supposed to drag over it or something? Let's see. Hold Control and left click to multiple targets. Okay, but I'm doing that, and it's not quite feeling it. Like, okay, this time it's for reloading reasons, but... Ah, whatever. Let's go. Figure it out later.
Any location you want, not just at an enemy. Boom!
Okay.
Let's try a little combat training.
What I was originally going to show is that technically you could aim at stuff behind other stuff to presumably hit it instead.
The bottom left of your HUD. There. Time to learn some skills.
Alrighty, let's do that. Forging, because forging is always good.
On, Ape. Alright, space monkey.
Yeah, it's,
Get on out there and do us proud.
It's exactly alright. Okay. It feels weird to nitpick. Again, because clearly they're trying different stuff here, like the whole idea with the perks and whatnot. There was a fan mod for the original Assaults the Pit a little while ago that added something similar in terms of just giving you a bunch of different abilities. Like, before, a lot of your kind of special abilities, so to speak, were your psionics and stuff. Whereas in that case, they gave you special abilities to use off your basic skills and stuff. So, you know, that was all well and cool and all that. So either way, I like what they're trying to do here. As far as all that goes, presentation-wise, it feels a little rough still, but admittedly, a lot of it just kind of comes down to the different art style they went with isn't really my favorite. But oh well. Either way, I certainly can't complain. I got this for $4 for Christ's sake, and so far it seems to be functionally just like just the original was. It just hasn't gotten all the content yet. So if you were curious whether it's worth the $4, yeah, sure. This is, you know what, this is fun. Probably would maybe pick the original, like, in the meantime until maybe, I don't know. I guess until, I don't even know until what. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give this a few more runs, see how it feels. Feels good, though. Well, I would say it feels rough so far, but if you can tell that work is going into it. I don't know how long this has been in development. I feel like this sort of came out of nowhere a little while ago. Just didn't really know anything about it. I don't know, I think part of the reason that the visuals just look weird to me is the sort of, like, ape-like look that everybody's got. Like, the tiny legs and gigantic arms. And the fact that I'm used to hitting spacebar, like, can I rebind that? Can I rebind interact to spacebar? Please. The primary action. Alt plus left. Why do they love Alt plus other things so much? Please, let me spacebar. Interact with facing X, but... spacebar that. What? Why? Oh, they actually do have gamepad stuff to this. Okay, hold on. Okay, cancel real quick. Let's see what gamepad feels like. Alright. I would expect it to be like X or something like that for pickup. What is pickup? Alright, so let's see. R1 is in... R1, L1 are in and out. L2 for pickup. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, back buttons aren't doing anything. Let's see, I don't know... Okay, snap look is L3. R3 is move 2. How do gun? I would like to gun, please. Okay, so triangle is attack closest, and this is why you never attack with your knife. I guess you just do that. That feels weird. That feels super weird. Okay, so it is squared reload, that makes sense. So might as well just go gun happy with this guy. You know what? This isn't bad, though. As far as controls go, this is not bad. Let's do a couple points of that. Probably one more in pistol, because it feels a lot better to use pistol in this particular... What the hell is stealth? Dampen the sounds you make? Alright. Fair enough, I suppose. Give more engineering and forging, I guess. And knife for good measure, because why not? Probably could save those points for later, but I will. Okay, apparently that was not the grab button. What is the frickin' grab button? I was sure that was the grab button. That is the grab button, so what gives? Okay, you gotta mouse over the thing to grab it? Sure, alright. I mean... okay. So it is more playable on Steam Deck. Fair enough. It feels weird, but alright. What is our... Let's see. Do any of these back buttons function like control would? No, it's like basic controls, not Steam Deck controls. Right. Start is that. Select is... weapon swap. Okay. What about the bottom buttons? Bottom buttons are not doing anything. Alright, not 100% sure how I feel about that, but okay. Let's see, what the hell was my snap to button again? Okay, that's in, that's out. What was camera? Oh, this feels super weird. Okay, circle is the snap to button, right? Okay, circle is just like rotate. Whee! Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to, but alright. You know what? I could probably get used to this. It actually feels weirdly fluid on an analog stick. I wasn't expecting that much. I guess it makes sense that Engineer would be tailored for playing on a Steam Deck, huh? Alright, let's see. Open the elevator. Yeah, you know what? As far as control, like, as far as keyboard controls go, yeah, this is cozier than I would have expected. So it's got that going for it. Immediately an improvement on that. Why do I got to mouse over it to pick it up? Do you have any idea how many hundreds of hundreds of items you got to pick up over the course of a run? Continuously bitching about tiny things. Alright. Though I am a little bit surprised to see that that is, like, of all functions, that gets a binding, you know? It's like, not auto pickup close by or whatever, but zoom in. Because you do so much zooming in and out here. Alright. Let's see. Interact with this thing. Forage away. And how do I pick... Right. Pick up nearby. I actually forgot to check if maybe X will do that. Though, for the sake of context, blowing this much ammo for the purpose of being more convenient on a controller is a surefire way to get absolutely annihilated. Alright. Either way, I can definitely get used to this, though. So, anyway, final thoughts on this. Yeah, you know what? I think this definitely has a decent bit of potential. If you happen to be even remotely interested in roguelikes, honestly, this one's had a lot of cool ideas. So if you were looking for a kind of newer version of that, you know, this seems to do the job. Obviously, it's got the same old thing. It doesn't technically have some of the stuff that the original did. Technically, you get one of the DLCs from the get-go, apparently. I'm assuming that's a temporary thing. But, either way, not bad, you know? Not bad. I really was not sure what to expect based off what some folks had told me. Making all the characters kind of look like chimpanzees ain't really my cup of tea, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Technically, they always look that way, it's just that the art style was totally different in the first one. So yeah. For what information this gives you, there it is. Y'all have yourselves a good one, and take care, and, you know, I plan to cover more pit stuff down the line. I plan to cover a lot of things down the line. Time is hard to come by these days. Alright, y'all have yourselves a good one, and take care.